I mentioned the polls are tight. So let's bring in Jim Kessler now. He's former advisor to Chuck Schumer. Jim, you'd be pretty nervous looking at these polls right now. Where's your level of confidence? I heard a great term the other night from one Democrat that described the current situation as nauseatingly optimistic. Is that where you are?
Absolutely. I've lost my appetite, but I have confidence that Harris is going to win, and I'll tell you why. So far in the early vote, and 73 million people have voted early already in America, and 18 million people have voted in the 7 swing states. There's a real gender turnout gap of about 10 points. The turnout is about 55% women, 45% men. If that holds up, and women are more motivated this election than men, and and Harris performs much better with women and Trump performs much better with men, Harris will win this if that gender turnout gap persists. So far that's happening. But you're in Philadelphia, you're in Pennsylvania for a reason. Like, that is the fulcrum right there. It's very hard for either candidate to win this race without Pennsylvania. Possible, but difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely it is. And, we can move the chess pieces around and there are different pathways, but without Pennsylvania, it's really difficult for either of them. So when you look at the national polling and you see some of the outliers and the turnout, the early vote, also that gender gap, Kamala Harris, if women are turning out and the numbers the polls say they are, and they're all turning out for her, this shouldn't be as close as it is.
Well, so the polls are exceptionally close, as you noted. 6 states, according to the 538 average, are within 1 point. But every poll has an assumption. And if you look at the last New York Times Siena poll, which is considered the gold standard, the gender gap there in terms of turnout was 3.8 points. They said, well, the turnout will be 51.9% women, 48.1% men. If the turnout is different, if the turnout is 53-47 or 54-46, every poll that you've been looking at is wrong because they've underestimated female turnout. And you may see Harris, that's why there's optimism on the Democratic side. That is the path for Harris pulling away.
Yeah, she's no longer talking like an underdog, as I noted before. She's talking like a winner. And at this point, it's a confidence game as well. You've got to get people out to vote on election day tomorrow, and they want to vote for a winner as well. We're going to see her. She's 3 rallies in Pennsylvania. That's no mistake, but she's going to be here in Philadelphia. There's already hundreds of people here. There's expected to be thousands, as you can imagine, Jim. What will her final message be? Will she pivot? Will there be something new tonight? We know there's going to be celebrity endorsements. I don't know if they work, but what does she want her voters and people that are thinking of maybe voting for her, what does she want to tell them tonight? What do they want to hear?
Right. Well, you're in my hometown on the steps that I've been to many, many times. Her final message is going to be positive. The Trump message is very dark, very anti-Harris. America is dying. I can fix it. She has gone into positive mode. She is not mentioning Donald Trump by name. She is trying to appeal to women and African-American and Latino voters to juice that turnout. You're not going to hear new policies, but you're going to hear sort of a very positive message from her.
Yeah, I think so. And in the lead up to hearing from her, there'll be Lady Gaga, there'll be Oprah, there'll be Ricky Martin. So right across the spectrum. Jim, it's great to talk to you on election eve. It's good to be in your hometown. Thanks so much.
Thank you.